appreciate you taking the time to try to find out.
All right then. Well, thank you very much, y'all. Thank you very much. I really appreciate y'all giving me some little history on the Thomas side, and anything y'all want to say to the people out in this TV land are going to be watching you or on the video site.
Welcome to Memphis,
Tennessee.
Welcome to Memphis.
Enjoy yourself.
That's right. Enjoy yourself. You know the Popo. You know we down south, but you know, hey, I'm available. If I can help you in any of your concerns, or if I can direct you to any places and any hot spots you like to go, the casino is not far. So for those that like to gamble and Beale Street, but I'm available.
We do have some things that we as a family have got to make some decisions on. We won't try to do it all tonight. We will talk about it, and you can voice your vote. You can call us, or we'll meet in the morning. But I'm gonna go over some of the things that we want to talk about. And one of the things that we want to talk about when we talk about the reunion itself is the date of the reunion. Because schools have changed, they start now very early. The first weekend in August, the second weekend in August is still pretty inconvenient for a lot of the families that have children. What we want the family to think about is that we want to try to move it to the third week in July or the fourth week of July. We can take a vote on that. You can let us know. We're going to dance and party a little bit tonight, but we'll take on it before you leave in the morning, or if you want to leave before you leave tonight, if you want to let us know what you think. You can get with any of the people who are going to be on part of the committee. The other thing we want to do is we actually want to talk about forming a committee. I kind of formed it this year because I called various relatives out of town and asked for help, and they jumped right on it and they got it, and I was like, well, this is what we probably need to do. The t-shirts were done by Wendell and his wife. They worked with me, and that was up in Cincinnati. They've already asked me, they gave me their vote and told me that they wanted to be on the committee. So they're going to actually be on the committee we hope to form. Wendell's willing to be the t-shirt person, where we'll know at the beginning of the year who's going to be responsible for the t-shirts. He's going to work on getting the t-shirts early, etc., etc. We want to look at trying to make the t-shirts something that we do all the time, so that the family has a way to generate some funds. The other thing we want to talk about, and my cousins had mentioned it to me a long time ago, and we talked about it, the possibility of having a nonprofit formed out of the reunion, or out of our family, so that we have a way, and I'm not trying to be illegal, but I just want to figure out a way that we can do things. So that if we donate money, my thought, we'll get some lawyers, she's not here, I can ask her to research that for us, is that if we donate money to our education fund, and the education fund then uses that money to start a reunion, or when we get the reunion going, and we use some of our education money, but we put it back. That might be a way to get members who get into the ability to actually donate to the reunion and to be tax deductible. We can actually still use it for the education fund. Because one of the things that we've got to do to make the reunion easier for people to handle is that we've got to look at the financial end of it. And it's not always possible for family members to say, hey, I'm definitely coming, let me send you that money. Because it's not always possible for the person who's having the reunion to say, go ahead and send me the money, if you don't come, I'll give it back. Okay, that's not always easy to say. So I can see why a lot of people didn't get in touch with me till the last 3 or 4 weeks, and I'm not complaining, because the main thing that I learned in a lot of my management classes is you look at how to solve the problem, and in a sense to keep talking about it. We've been there having reunions for 57 years. This is not the first time that's been experienced. We all know what happens with reunions. And we had some people send in money who couldn't be here today. Okay, so it happens both ways. So those are some of the things that we've got to address. We've got enough intelligence, we've got enough people with know-how, we've got many members in here who run their own businesses, who know how to manage, and that's what we've got to do. We got to figure out how to keep our family going to that next level. How do we handle a reunion? How do reunions get to be fun? My wife's family has only had several reunions, but the thing that I saw in their reunion that I liked is that they had one in the city where nobody lived. So everybody had to pitch in. And it worked out pretty good. And that's why I thought, well, that's probably what we need to work on. So that whoever, cities can have an option. You have some cities that are strong. And I have to give Texas credit, Ohio, and some of the others, don't leave anybody out. But some states seem to do a good job because they have a strong team, and it's a lot of them. But we need to give that assistance to cities that don't have that, so that we can start picking where we want to go. Okay, so those are another thing to think about. We also want to think about what can we do for our 60th reunion. Can we look way down the road and start talking about it? Can we, you know, one of the things that was suggested is let's look at maybe going to New Orleans. And that would be part of that committee. Let's see, if, you know, after we do that, can we arrange a cruise? Now these are just thoughts. We don't know where. We just think that we want to do something special for that 60th. But we got time to talk about it. Our family used to plan reunions 3 or 4 years ahead of time. We used to know where we were going the year, you know, 2 or 3 years down the road. I know when we went to Paris, Tennessee, we were getting ready for that reunion 2 to 3 years ahead of time. We was actually paying for the rooms. We knew where we were going. And that's what we got to get back to. All right? So I also wanted to just leave it open to where if anybody has any kind of time to talk, if anybody has any thoughts on that, we're looking for people who want to be on the committee. I've already had a few people that said they would be on the committee. Is it all right to say names now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me ask, who would like to be on the committee? Okay, we got Reuinion. Texas. Okay, we got Karl. I got a hand back there. Oh, David.
Say in the early 60s, to a reunion, he always wore a hat. Straw hat or a hat. He was so happy. James Webb was his name. And I remember, Magdalene, when we had it, when we had it in Indianapolis, her dad, James, came with his grandson. And all I knew was his grandsons were from Nashville. Well, when I came down the road last night, I noticed on the road it said Musical City or something like that. I didn't know at that time that Nashville was known as a music city. But he was really happy that they came and are active with the family reunion. He's got his brother he got his discharge from Fort Lewis, Washington. And he saw a different side of his family than he did with those combat boots on. This family, Webb-Thomas family, is somebody. Don't you ever forget it. Now I'm gonna tell you something else too. We're not too much of pot smokers in this family.
Be at, I think, only one reunion because now he's playing minor league baseball. And that's the reason you don't see him with us. We have our daughter, and of course our granddaughter, my husband, my other son. But he's always somewhere playing ball, and he misses being at the reunion, but hopefully that one day he'll get back to be with us. And he's now playing with the Amarillo Dealers out of Amarillo, Texas.